Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Waiting on me? No, it's not. I'm already on. There we go.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. Ideally, all teams want to have that open week later in the year rather than this early. But you make do with what they give you. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Time for a look at the defensive starters now for the Rams. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Off play action, Tannehill.
Oh my God, wide open.
Cameron Meredith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game. And
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
23 yards on the play.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Come get some. Come get you.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And everyone always tells me the fullback is leaving the game, and then I say, hold it a second. What about Kyle Juszczyk? Two-time Pro Bowler,
my God.
maybe the best all-around fullback in the game for his ability to block, catch, and occasionally run the football inside.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 26. So in Saints territory, but it's incomplete.
Oh, boy.
Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Jones. Quick slant. Caught by Moore. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Oops, wrong guy.
DJ Moore. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16
I wonder where he is, because I'm not going to get that fucking 10th sack.
From the slot for
Why
the
the fuck are they still giving it to
runs
me?
his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the
What fucking
outside.
scheme are you on? Fuck, I hate seeing this shit.
Throwing on second down. Tannehill nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mason Foster coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Third and long, it's Tannehill. That'll be complete to Cook. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
Shit.
These two teams all tied after one. On 1st and 10, Jones.
Oh my God.
Intercepted.
That is not how I wanted that to go.
He'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line.
How am I not allowed
to? But still,
how's this going to work?
And yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea.
Nope, failed it. Knew it. Wow.
Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was a horrible throw.
Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Ouch.
Touchdown. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jones operating from the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And he's got it. And he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. Rush
fucking hell.
He's taken down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Back of the end zone, could he get
Hey,
his feet
Sutton,
down?
catch
No,
a fucking
it's
ball.
Incomplete. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, but now it's 3rd and goal. Jones now going to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is
finally.
He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Tannehill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Why do you need to stop right here?
It didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the near of 30 big ones. Jones now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones to Michel on the screen.
God damn it.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Letting one go deep for the end. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That time, a 6-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
There's no one outbeats us, the Pizza Hut.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes
No, this is not how that play is supposed to be like. Oh, my God.
Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
What he said.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go.
Ouch,
remember,
that one hurts.
Is it a straight line, 75 yards, too? Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Why the fuck can I get a run like that?
On the extra point. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through.
24-21 halftime.
First half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
This game has been uncomfortably
close. Charles in a minute, but first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. Patrick Mahomes, terrific in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one.
Why does this always happen to me?
Arizona Cardinals. Andy Isabella, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Cam Newton leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. In our game, we were treated to a strong first half from the former Blue Devil, Daniel Jones. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front. As we hand things back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Rams to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now.
We barely lead this one. It's only a field goal.
Here's Jones on first down. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way up to the 46. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Got a man open, it's Sutton, and they'll get this down to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
DJ Moore.
10 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression.
Two-score game now.
Nice play.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense.
Oh my God. How am I going to get this one?
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement.
Watch you, Kamara.
Get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A 10th carry for Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Tannehill.
No, damn it, I left that guy open.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
Boom.
It's a linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will and move laterally and open up a crease.
Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
See? I still keep on failing and they keep giving it to me every fucking game.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line.
You dumb ass.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
But okay, thank you, Michelle.
The Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way.
All right, fine. Let's try this fucking running game and see how awful it is.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Off the draw, here's Michelle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down LA. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. On the draw, this is Barkley, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage.
What? There's still a flag?
Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Oh my God, Ingram! What the fuck was that for?
Not on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And a short gain down to about the 33.
That's so
Offensively,
foul.
with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. From the gun, Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones.
Oh, are you kidding me? 2 interception. Fucking hell. Tackle him.
Return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Oh my God. Same fucking kid. Same. Oh my fucking God.
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Jones, what the hell's going on with you, kid?
They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. They're giving those short little routes, tackling them in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Thomas has got it. Complete.
Wide fucking open.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. And this is Cook with a grab. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Tannehill throwing again. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 1, Tannehill.
How did you evade the first sack?
And he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Oh, my God.
For a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high.
This game has been uncomfortably close.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Don't throw a fucking interception in this drive. Got it?
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
An incomplete pass leads to
this
2nd
does
and 10
feel
from
like the NFC Championship game.
And that is incomplete.
Whoa, guys, catch the fucking football. I swear to God.
3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Gets this one to Juszczyk. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Looking to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Nope.
Totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point by Seibert, up
60
and good.
seconds left of this game. 38-28.
6 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
4 timeouts total, 2 for the Saints, 2 for the Rams.
Over the end line. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard. Exactly 1 minute remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And complete right side to Cook. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now it's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down.
Oh, son of a bitch. You guys are going for it on 4th down.
They have to try and make something good happen.
On 4th down, Tannehill.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Yes, that's the kind of stop I needed. That's the kind of stop I needed all fucking game.
Time remaining, and it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that.
They're down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. That one looks like he'll throw here to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Courtland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Courtland Sutton with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Boy, this game has been hell of a fucking ride.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were
it was a flag on rush.
I said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here.
Unnecessary roughness.
But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, they just want to put this one behind them. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
That's because of fucking zebras. Hello.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Fuck you, New Orleans. 45-28 final score.
Leading them to victory, and The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Los Angeles, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.